only one word for success, and that is hard work. Success isn't always about greatness, it's about consistency. Consistent hard work leads to success. Greatness will come. Maximizing your IGCSE exam preparation in a limited amount of time can be a challenge. But with the right strategies, it's definitely achievable. Trust me, you can. And how can you do it? The answer is in the question itself. CAN, can. C stands for create a study schedule. A stands for analyze occurrence of concepts. And N stands for navigation through the past papers. Let's go through these one by one. Create a study schedule. Break your revision into focused and manageable blocks of time. Begin the day with a to-do list, which will help you to implement your plan and overcome procrastination. Limit distractions. Practice saying no to yourself when driven away by distractions. Sit away from gadgets and noisy places. Prioritize subjects based on your strengths and weaknesses. And how can we do that? By eating the frog. Mark Twain famously said, if your job is to eat the frog, it's best to do it first thing in the morning. This time management strategy is all about tackling the most difficult task first thing in the morning. It's like taking a shot of espresso that sets the momentum for an accomplished and stress-free day. This I speak out of personal experience. Set time constraints for the number of lessons or topics that you're planning for the day. Plan short breaks for rest and rejuvenation. A. Analyze occurrence of key topics. Focus on the most important and most tested topics in each subject, especially for the topics where you feel less confident. You can use the syllabus to guide your focus in areas of attention. Create acronyms. Forming an acronym is a good strategy to use, to remember information in any order. So an acronym is a word that is formed from the first letter of each fact to be remembered. It can be a real word or any word that you are able to remember, like the acronym that I use for the 3 points that I'm discussing for an exam strategy is CAN, C-A-N. So create your study schedule. A, what was A? Analyze the occurrence, how frequently are the topics asked, and 3, navigate. Navigate, your N is to navigate through your past papers. This is literally the mantra of success. Doing past exam papers is essential for familiarizing yourself with the exam format and the types of questions. Time yourself to simulate exam conditions and improve your time management. How is that going to help you? You will be able to identify gaps in your preparation. You will be aware of repeated mistakes and errors. You will develop the ability to understand the essence of the question, which is very important, or else you may end up writing off the mark answers and waste valuable time. You will be able to gauge your ability to answer as per the weightage or as per the marks allotted to the question. You can take expert advice to overcome the gaps. How does that help? Share your answer sheet with an expert tutor for identification of your strengths and limitations, who can help you in a personalized approach towards transformation. This will help you to identify the keywords in the question so that you do not deviate from the context asked in the question, and you restrict your answer to the exact requirement of the question. So that completes all the 3 aspects of our meaningful acronym CAN, CAN. Because when we are consistent, we definitely can overcome any examination, isn't it? Now let's come to the second challenge that we all face. What's the second challenge? Once we are focused about and we gain confidence that yes, we can, then the next question that comes to our mind is how to ace the long answer questions. Writing long answers in an exam effectively requires a blend of clarity, structure, depth, and presentation. Here are strategies to help you craft detailed responses to reach your maximum potential. Let's remember the points as acronyms again. UPS, ups, like a thumbs up, right? U stands for understand the question. P stands for plan your answer. And S stands for structure the presentation of your answer. So the first thing is to understand the question. Read carefully. Ensure you understand what the question is asking for. Look for keywords such as, especially in long answers, the keywords are analyze, compare, discuss, evaluate. Take expert advice to understand the board expectation from your answers based on these key points. Break down the question into its components to determine what needs to be addressed. Comprehension is the question looking at your conceptual knowledge. Is the question looking for presentation skills, how you're able to present the facts in with your perspective? Or the question is talking about a cross connection between different topics, and or maybe the topic and the world, the practical applicability of it. Or the question is asking for higher order skills. Being a long answer question, it could be looking into your ability to innovate, create, and get out of the box solutions for a situation or analysis for a situation. The second one is P, plan your answer. Create a brief outline of the main points you want to cover and ensure you incorporate relevant facts, figures from a case study that you may be given, or an insert, or a text, or any additional material provided. You plan your answer based on the facts given in that, because there is a reason why a case study is given to us, or a text, or an additional material. We end up doing a mistake by writing a generic answer for it. Then what is the purpose of giving that additional text? So when certain additional information is provided, we must plan our answer based on the facts provided there. That's very important. That makes a 50% difference in your marks. 50%. If it's a 6-mark question and you write a generic answer, you get a 6. Sorry, you will get only 3. But if you relate it to the facts given in the study, you will get a 6 on 6. So that's the difference. Make sure that you go through the additional material. And then start with a clear objective based on that encapsulates your main argument or perspective. Third, structure. S, structure your response. Plan your presentation. Introduction. Have a good introduction where you introduce the topic, your main point. State your understanding clearly. So here I am talking about the body. I am talking about the body of the answer. So the body of the presentation should include, after introduction, topic sentences. Start each paragraph with the topic sentence or a sub-point that relates to your answer. Support your points with relevant evidence and examples or quotations, if it's a subject where that is applicable. This can include data, case studies, or references to theories, inserts, texts, etc. Anything that is applicable to your subject, your area of interest. So after we have given a good introduction, we have given sub-points or topic sentences, we are supporting those topic sentences with evidence and examples, then we need to be able to give a good analysis. So we explain how our evidence supports our argument. Don't just present facts, analyze their significance, their impact, their relevance in different scenarios applicable to the context. And finally, a long answer must have a conclusion. Since we have given an insight into, we've given a point of view with some evidence and examples that we support, we've given an analysis showing the significance of it, we need to be able to conclude. So conclusion is summarize, your main points to restate your point. Restate your point does not mean that you write the same thing. You restate your point of view in the light of evidence discussed. So you can suggest implications or future directions, or why you are in favor of one option over the other. Why is it that your arguments and evidences are supporting a certain point of view over the other? That would be a meaningful conclusion. Next is, that was our acronym. What is the second acronym that we used? UPS, UPS. Moving from here, I will move to the next list of acronyms, starting from L. The first thing to be kept in mind after these points is the language. When we say language, we must use clear and precise language. Remember, simplicity is the glory of expression. So avoid using complex jargons. Use clear language that conveys your ideas effectively. Avoid overtly complex sentences that might confuse the reader. And use transitional phrases to connect your ideas from one point to the other, or one paragraph to the other, or one context to the other, which helps the reader follow your argument more easily. So the evidence and examples that you're presenting should move transitionally from what your understanding of your concept is. So there's got to be a transitional phase there. Coming to the next one is D, that is after language. It is D, which is the depth, emphasize the depth over length. Focus on quality and not quantity. While long answers can be beneficial, you're expected to write in detail. There are long answers after all, but you ensure that the content is relevant and it adds value. It's not a fluff or a repetition because that's just a waste of time. So focus on quality. As I said, using subpoints so that you don't lose focus. Then critical thinking is very important in long answers. You show your depth of understanding by discussing different points of view. So the depth after language, depth is very important. What is your depth of understanding? Then is T. T is time management. Practice time management during exam. How do we do that? If we have multiple questions, allocate your time wisely. Spend more time on questions that carry more marks or that you feel confident about. If time permits, review your answers to correct any errors or ensure clarity or add points if needed. Mock exams, practice writing long answers under limited time conditions. Very important to do. Can take you one grade up. Towards the end, you can actually push your grades by practicing writing in a simulated situation with time conditions, which will help you the ability to articulate your thoughts clearly, concisely within the time limit. Then we come to M, which is, your mindset. Stay calm and focused. Approach the exam with confidence. A calm mind can help you organize your thoughts better and write more effectively. By following these strategies, you can enhance the quality and the length of your exam answers, potentially leading to improved grades. How many of you agree with that? And then last but not the least, we have our H. What does H stand for? Health. Take care of your well-being. Ensure you get enough sleep, eat well, and you stay hydrated. Taking care of your physical and mental health improves focus, energy, and overall exam performance. So don't forget to take regular breaks to refresh yourself. What kind of breaks are we talking about? Breaks away from screen time. Get some fresh air. Spare some time for a physical activity. Organize your bed, your study table, your Elmira. Look out for hidden treasures. It will give you a sense of fulfillment and provide an interesting exercise to your mind and body too. You never know, you may find some hidden treasures there, some chocolates or something. So those were our LDTMH. So the acronym that we used to remember the last few points is LDTMH. So how do we remember it? Long distance tutoring makes it happen. L for length, D for depth, T for time management, M is for staying calm, mindset, and H is for health, well-being. So have faith in yourself. Trust the process of consistent and organized hard work. Give it your best so that there are no regrets later. Time and tide wait for none. The most meaningful things in life are often the hardest. Actually, life itself is more meaningful when it is hard. Those challenges sharpen us, push us, force us to go beyond our self imposed boundaries. And of course, we don't appreciate these things while we are in the middle of them. But when we come out the other end, we realize we wouldn't have become better people without them. Don't worry so much about the outcome because the mere fact that we are fighting every day means that we are winning. The beauty is in the struggle. And one day we will look back on these as the good old days. So good luck to all of you.